my dear students of class 8. This is your second class for physics and we are dealing with the chapter force and pressure. In the first class, you learned about force in detail. You learned what force is, what are the effects of force, how to calculate net force, what are balanced forces, states of motion, and the different types of forces, contact forces and non-contact forces. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the next part of your chapter, pressure. Do you have any guesses what I am going to talk about? The topic is pressure, so am I going to talk about your pressure during this online classes? Or your pressure from your peers, from your teachers, from your parents, your pressure of exams, your pressure for grades, etc.? No, I'm not going to talk about that now. At this age, you are surrounded by a lot of do's and don'ts. You should do this, you should not do this. You should go there, you should not go there. You should have it and you should not have it, etc., etc. That increases your blood pressure. So as a science teacher, am I going to talk about blood pressure? I'm sorry, but we have a small connection related to this topic, but I am not going to talk about blood pressure in detail. I am going to talk about pressure in physics, and in physics, pressure is the force exerted on unit area. I repeat, in physics, pressure is force acting per unit area of a surface. In the last class, when you discussed about force, you discussed about the force acting on any surface. But in this class, we are going to limit the force to a certain area, and that area is 1 meter square. You might be applying a huge force on a large area, but the effect of that force on 1 meter square of area, that is pressure. As a mathematical expression, pressure can be expressed as force divided by area. That is, pressure P is equal to force F divided by area capital A. The SI unit of pressure is Pascal, which is named after a famous French mathematician and a physicist of the 17th century. 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton divided by 1 meter square. So another unit of pressure is Newton per meter square. Substituting the units of force and area in the equation for pressure, you get the other unit for pressure, that is Newton per meter square. Just now I told you the SI unit of pressure is Pascal, which is named after a famous French mathematician and a physicist. He is well known in mathematics for contributing probability theory and Pascal's triangle. He also invented the early digital calculator and roulette machine. So this is Mr. Blaise Pascal. He also propagated to experience God through heart rather than through reasons. He was religious as well. Now coming back to the equation for pressure. From the equation for pressure, it is clear that pressure depends on two factors. We had a variable on the numerator and one in the denominator. So there are two factors that affect pressure. They are, yes, you guessed it right. Pressure depends on two factors. The first one is force, which is on the numerator. So more force, more pressure. And the second factor on which pressure depends is area. Area is on the denominator and therefore pressure is less when the area is large. Shall we apply this concept in our daily life? Okay. Suppose I am going to take you for a trip and that trip is to a beach and you have two options for your footwear. One is a sneaker and the other one is a high heel shoe. Which one will you prefer? You may prefer to have high heel shoe, but remember that we are going to a beach. You may prefer to have one with flat surface because it is easier to walk on sand when we have a flat surface. When we use high heel shoes, we find it difficult to move on sand surface, and therefore we prefer to have one with flat surface. Suppose if you choose the other one, the one with high heels, you may feel pain at these 2 points. Are these 2 points through which the weight of your body is exerted on the sandy surface. There you feel pain. Let's compare the two cases where we use sneakers and where we use high heel shoes. In both the cases, the force remains the same. What is the force? The force is the weight of your body. It remains the same in both the cases. But when we use flat surface, area of contact is more, so that the pressure is reduced. But when we use high heel shoes, the area of contact is less and the pressure is more, and we find it difficult. In the kitchen, your mother might be complaining that the knife is not sharp, because only a sharp knife can cut vegetables easily. For a sharp knife, the area is less at the cutting edge and therefore the pressure increases, so that the vegetables can be cut easily. When you poke your friend with your finger, even when you poke your friend with a greater force, the finger never gets into the skin. The finger does not pierce into the skin. But when a nurse, when she uses a syringe, even when she does not use that much force, the needle of the syringe gets pierced through the skin, because the area is small in the second case. From these examples, we can conclude that the same force produces less pressure if it acts on large area, and the same force produces more pressure if it acts on small area. Can you identify this vehicle? Just observe the tires of this vehicle. Are they not broad? Yes, they are broad. Look at these vehicles. They are heavy vehicles. And if you look at the tires, you can see that the tires are broad. And in some cases, they are given more number of tires. And in this case, you can see that there is a chain covering all the tires. Why is it so? Because we need to increase the area so that the pressure is reduced and these vehicles move through the road easily. In our daily life, in some cases we need to increase pressure, in some cases we need to decrease pressure. Let's look at some examples where we decrease pressure. The first one, skis have large area so that the pressure is reduced and they move easily through the snow. They move without sinking into the snow. The second one, tractors. Tractors have wide tires so that the pressure is reduced and they move easily through the ground without sinking into the ground. And the third one, of course, you are familiar, your school bags. When you go and purchase your school bags, you prefer to have one with broad strap, or you will go for the one which has shoulder pad, the one which has broad shoulder pad, so that the area is increased and you don't feel the pressure exerted on the shoulders that much. The pressure exerted on the shoulders is thereby reduced. Look at these cases where we increase pressure. A sharp knife, as we said, is used to cut vegetables. Area is reduced so that the knife can cut vegetables easily. A pin. When we press the pin at its head, it's not that the pin is getting pierced into the finger, but the narrow tip where the area is small that pierces through the target, where the area is reduced and our task is simple. And finally, the studs on the football board, they have small area so that they sink into the ground and provide better grip. So far we learnt about pressure, equation to calculate pressure, SI unit of pressure, and applications involving low pressure, applications involving high pressure, etc. Now let's solve this problem. You have a problem on the board. A rectangular block exerts a force of 10 Newton on a surface when it is kept with sides 20 cm by 10 cm in contact with the surface. Calculate the pressure exerted by the block on the surface. We have a rectangular block. The force exerted by the rectangular block is given as 10 Newton. The sides are given. The sides are 20 centimeters and 10 centimeters, from which you can calculate the area. Force is given, area can be calculated, we can calculate the pressure. Let's solve. We have the equation to calculate pressure. Pressure is equal to force by area, and force is given as 10 Newton. It's given that force is equal to 10 Newton. Now the sides are given, from which area can be calculated. But remember that the sides are given in centimeters, which has to be converted to the SI unit of distance, meter. So that area is equal to length into breadth, that is equal to 20 by 100 into 10 by 100. That much of meter square. That much of meter square. Now substituting this value in the equation for pressure. Pressure P is equal to F by A, force by area, that is equal to 10 divided by 20 by 100 into 10 by 100. You know how to divide a number by fraction, so that this becomes 10 into 100 into 100 divided by 20 into 10. Cancelling, you will get this 10 and this 10 goes, the 0 and the 0 goes, 2 and 5. That is equal to 500. Remember to write the SI unit of pressure. What was that? Pascal. 500 Pascal. So you got the answer as 500 Pascal. The pressure exerted by the rectangular block on the surface is 500 Pascal.